It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we'll see Luke Musgrave. He's over 1,100 yards receiving so far and looking for more. It's the Steelers and the Ravens, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And he returns this to the 22. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
Looking to pass, first play is Prescott. Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave. Down the left sideline. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Luke Musgrave with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. First play from scrimmage all the way into the end zone. Look, the pass was good, but that run after the catch, that's what was really impressive.
And I think the big question I have is, where were the safeties? Where was the tackling? Because going into this game, they had to know that they were going to be tested. That was a part of the defense that had to stand up. And on that play, not even close.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year two. One of the game's brightest young stars. And that's Trevor Lawrence.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A first run now for Kyron Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Steeler defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Prescott on first down. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A first down throw for Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Now Prescott. He'll buy some time right. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now Dak, he wants to change the play. Now Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Jacobs is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rice. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Aleem McNeil. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Here is third and quite a ways. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Looking to throw. Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Lawrence's throw complete there to Rice.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Lawrence will throw.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Now Prescott going to change the play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
2nd down, Prescott. That is incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Now they'll change things up.
Throwing, Prescott. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Again, it's Williams. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 15-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Lisa 24.
Now Lawrence. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Now Lawrence to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And that's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
That'll be caught by Rice. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
It's a gain of 6.
Again, it's Lawrence. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw again. That is incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They're going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
On third down, Lawrence. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And with a 21-0 lead already, no need really to take any unnecessary risks. Prescott looks to throw on first. Going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Throw caught by Musgrave. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. From the red zone now, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Hey, Ron! Great job.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, and it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. The Browns trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and you can see currently they trail in that ball game. DeAndre Swift with a rushing touchdown there. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Will Levis has thrown a touchdown pass. It was the veteran quarterback Dak Prescott who had it working in the first half. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained. maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Play action. It's Lawrence. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Chris Jones gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out right at the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35. They come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now Lawrence. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you can have a 10 candidate.
Here we go.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Here's Lawrence. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Aleem McNeil able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Boye Mafe drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Christopher Dunn now for the field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Prescott to throw it.
Here's a ball deep for Musgrave.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On second down, Jacobs. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Hey.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Got his man, it's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Red.
Lawrence will throw. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
They run. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Boye Mafe picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, they seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown is going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Prescott, he's going to change things up here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, the offense is still throwing the ball in the 4th quarter.
A 2nd down for Prescott. Time is complete on the diving effort, and the offense moving quickly to the line.
They'll change things around before the snap.
1st down, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here lately?
Ordinarily, yes, because you think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. It's got the line of scrimmage. You just hand it inside and get your running back a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. They're going to crowd it. You may have no choice but to throw it downfield.
And then it's just on they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. That's just 3rd and 10. Prescott yet again. And giving them another 6 inches on the touchdown and the blowout continues.
Definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, so for going in the clock, they're getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the 4th quarter, they might not actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And it will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
Charles, we know this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now I feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take down risk, you understand that you fail. A little more always goes back on your ball to try to pick themselves back up.
Now Lawrence
Gets this one to Hill. They'll give him 60 yards receiving now. He's got a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining in 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. So here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That walk caught, it's Rice. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24.
get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And that doesn't have to be a game big. It should be an impactful play, because if you can get the pass rush protect against themselves, they might get hit with screen. Maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step, and if you do that, that's a win-win for that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down, but he cannot connect.
They've taken away the passing lane all game long, and you can see the desperation it is causing, because he just got through that one into the first round.
And they'll accept that penalty. Lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Lawrence. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it. He won't be able to smile about it.
Lawrence can move around a bit. Done good with the extra point, and they will cut this lead down to 25. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone, and only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incomplete just stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. And he's going to kick this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden down the bounds. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards. So how about that for a changeover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Prescott sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well. That pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy. After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now Prescott on 4th down, rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down down this big.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Well, Prescott here to throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Now the Steelers use the first of the 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here at the final stages. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Prescott on 1st down. This one's to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another catch for him there. This one's good for 11, but 1st down. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, it's late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Elliott good with PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raven offense set the line for this next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they had the football. It was such a shot at the 33-yard line. See this defense, man. They're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot and pick off a pass.
That one looks like a throw here. And give them another 6. It's time for a touchdown. And the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Elliott on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is...
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Pittsburgh, they finished the regular season with another win, their 15th against just 2 losses.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Ravens,
it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark.
And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. And for Charles Davis and our